Fans of The Voice are discovering more evidence that Blake Shelton is leaving the program following his cryptic statement about solid 20 seasons. Cam Anthony, one of Blake's competitors, won the tournament last night and took home the prize. Fans still think that 44-year-old Blake, who previously considered leaving The Voice to hide out at his Oklahoma ranch in an interview with Hoda Kotb, is leaving the show after weeks of conjecture. The country singer posted a photo of herself with Carson Daly on Instagram and said, "A solid 20 seasons with Carson Daly on The Voice. Stop before we start crying," was the swift social media comment posted by NBC's The Voice account in response to the image. Simultaneously, Nick Jonas announced his departure from The Voice after 2 seasons on social media. That's Ariana Grande in his place. The guitarist for Jonas Brothers, though, only took pictures with Kelly Clarkson and John Legend, who will undoubtedly be back for season 2. "Gotta miss hanging out with Kelly and John every week. And Blake too, I guess," the 28-year-old stated in a message. Fans were left wondering if Blake was done with the program after he mentioned his 20 years with it. The Voice commented on his Instagram, and Nick just mentioned that he would miss hanging out with Kelly and John on stage. Is Blake leaving The Voice? One fan inquired in the comments section. One more questioned, is he quitting the show? He's unable to. Without Blake, The Voice won't be the same. A third person made the following particular comment on Nick's post: the fact that Blake isn't in the picture. Blake first made mention of maybe quitting the singing competition when he discussed his future intentions with Hoda Kotb approximately a month ago. "Do you picture yourself in 10 years, you and Gwen Stefani, just out in Oklahoma, not jetting all over the place? Do you see yourself living a much simpler life way down the road?" Hoda inquired. "Hopefully, that won't be too far in the future. I find 10 years to be far too long. I hope to see that as soon as possible," he said to her. "I mean, we've both pretty much pushed our careers to the absolute edge with touring and now the television thing. It's been an honor to do a lot of things that hopefully will allow us to live someday. I think we're both ready for that, honestly." In elaborating on his preference for a life away from the spotlight, he said, "As I get older, I feel like I'm starting to become a little bit of a hermit. Only passing matters, except from our interviews with you, Hoda." Many of the show's followers expressed their dismay at the prospect of Blake departing the program on social media after the interview. "The Voice is without a doubt the best competition show," one commenter said. "I was saddened when Adam Levine left the show, but I won't watch if Blake Shelton does. The Voice is HE." Another person said, "Blake Shelton is the best thing that ever happened on The Voice. Wouldn't watch it if he leaves." A third individual also shared, "Blake, please stay on The Voice. Without you, everything would be monotonous. The show is made by you." Blake would be following in the footsteps of his ex-fans, who had departed a few seasons prior, if he made the decision to go. Most recently, he acknowledged that because he is classless, he is not involved in the wedding plans. "If I was picking our meal, it would just literally be everything fried," he laughed. "Chicken tenders, French fries, and other such foods. I believe Gwen is aware that if I were in charge, the wedding would be extremely ostentatious. It's going to be fantastic, so I want her to do everything there." The celebrity revealed that even while she acknowledged she was having a blast preparing it, his future bride had been mindful to not take over entirely. The couple spent much of the COVID-19 lockdown together at the country singer's Oklahoma property, where he proposed to her last year.